Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Do you know we're a travel agency? Do you know we're a travel agency?
Yeah, we do.
Guys, we can totally hook up your adventures, your hotels, your transportations. We're like having best friends that live in Costa Rica that can totally hook you up.
That is true.
High five on travel agencies.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is going to be a good one. I haven't done one in a while. This is another expat video. These guys have only been here 6 months. They still think they're on vacation. Anyway, guys, this is Tuesday, and this is Jason. We're going to be talking to them. Now, we're going to do another video with them as well that's going to be more about how they got down here and some of what they've been seeing. But we're going to go a different route this time. It might be more information for you guys thinking about coming down here. Anyway, thank you, Tuesday, for coming. Thank you, Jason, for coming. Let's go. All right. What are you doing about your residency? Do you have your residency?
I don't, and I'm just gonna wait. Jason's gonna maybe.
Well, I have the option because I collect Social Security disability, so I qualify for the pensionado, but honestly, I'm just gonna wait probably.
So what were you thinking when you were doing all your homework and stuff? Were you thinking of some at any time like, oh, we've got to get our residency?
No, not right away. I mean, we've got enough information to know that we're just gonna be, every 3 months go over the border, get our passport stamped, be a virtual tourist for a little while. Perpetual tourist. Sorry. Thank you.
So you've already done it a couple times. You've already left.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was easy. It was easy.
Honestly, we just we had tickets just in case. I think we paid $10 for them. That showed we were leaving again in 90 days. We didn't get asked. We just went to this tiny little town in Los Chiles by Nicaragua, crossed the border, waited 20 minutes, and
crossed back. There was no line. It was easy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. I got to say something to that because everyone is gonna say, "Really, 20 minutes?" Because sometimes they'll say, "Oh no, you have to be gone 5 hours."
That's
No, they told us 20 minutes.
Yeah. They said go to the soda and then wait 20 minutes and come back.
This is why I love these videos, because everything is always different. Everybody has a different experience. Because most people get very scared about doing this. And then next time you go back, go do it, they might say, "Oh, you got to be gone 6 hours," and you go, "Well, last time it was 20."
Right.
Just real quick, I went last month with a friend, and the guy told me I could just go and come back, but my friend had to stay 3 days. He pointed specifically at her, and he said, "You, 3 days, don't come back."
Why? Because she had a pig head or something? I mean,
well, which is a bark more worse than the bite type of situation. But I guess the more of the point of the story is you don't have to rush into your residency, and obviously you guys kind of know that, and giving yourself some time. Do you have a timetable for that, or is it just seeing what happens?
I mean, honestly, we just want to kind of feel out like everything. How much we like this area. How I mean, before we'd even think about buying or residency or anything like that, it's like.
Even many of the people that live here even said, don't buy anything right away. Don't do anything right away. Really get to know the place first. So as far as a residency, we're not really in a rush.
All right, so how did you guys find a place to live? What was your process of that? Because I know you've had a very exciting story on that.
Well, first when we got here, we actually asked you, and you said, come down here. You need to be here to find it. So we did that.
And that was true.
Yeah.
Honestly, there were a lot of options, but everybody has their own priorities and things that's important to them when they move into some place. And then we were familiar with La Fortuna and El Castillo, and we couldn't find a monthly rental in El Castillo. So we stayed in Arenal just to see what it was like. And
it was great. I mean, we had an Airbnb there. It just so happened the Airbnb that we had, he had a house for rent. So we looked at his house, we looked at a couple of other opportunities, and we ended up renting his house. And for the time we were there for 2 months, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Until
it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean.
So were you guys looking for like certain, how much you could spend, or furnished or unfurnished? What was important to you on what you were looking for?
I mean, because we didn't.
You have dogs.
We have dogs. We wanted to have chickens with a yard and maybe grow some vegetables and stuff like that. So those were like some priorities, and we've had to rearrange some of those priorities just because you know, finding housing and getting acclimated, I think, is a little bit more important than having chickens.
But the other thing we found is that, you know, we understand there's Tico houses and there's Gringo houses. So the Tico houses are, of course, smaller, very small and compact, and the Gringo houses are more like, you know, people that are from Canada, United States, wherever. It's just a bigger house, something you're more used to.
Or
so
they're
that-
built for
right.
tour, or they
Were
were
you
built
seeing
for
any?
tourism.
Were you seeing any big discrepancies in prices?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
And was it willy nilly on that, or
Yes.
did it make sense?
No.
Did it go?
No. It's literally like at the discretion of the owner.
Yeah.
You know, I could see a house of the same quality that was, you know, $400, let's say, a month, and then the same house was $800 a
Correct.
month.
I think a lot of times, I'm just throwing it out there, but a lot of times they just see what you're willing to pay first. It's almost like anything.
That is
Oh,
true.
well, that house is
Well, no.
$1,000. Do you have? You know,
That's true. The last time the house we're in now, we hope to stay in for a while. But while we were looking, one place we looked, she said, "Oh, it's $800." So we can only afford $500. She said, "Well, how about $700?" No. She said, "Okay, about $6." I mean, she kept dropping. I mean, like, really?
So I got more burning questions. This is
Okay.
what everybody. This is
Okay.
the questions people ask me. So what about working? Okay, you're not independently wealthy,
No.
and that's another video. No. So what was your thing about working? What was your plan before you got here, and are you seeing anything different now about how you can make money here?
Well, personally, I knew when we came a year ago. So I knew when I came here that I needed to find something I could do working from home. That's what I wanted to do, because being here as an expat, you can't actually work. If you do your research, you know, you can't physically work here unless it's like a specialized
Or your residence.
or residence.
So you're talking more on something on the internet.
Correct.
Which is-
So I decided I'm going to get my teacher certification and teach English online, which is what I'm doing. I'm getting my certification right now. So that's what my plan is, to do that. And then if anything else pops up beyond that, you know, I'll do that. But as of right now, my focus is to teach English online.
But you're looking at if options were to arise, like I don't know,
Absolutely.
maybe if somebody wanted you to sell tour or whatever it would be. Whatever.
Yeah,
it would
because
be.
you know, I have a background. I have over 20 years in the tour industry, so my goal is to, if I can focus my my knowledge onto that, I'd love to do that, because I still love doing it. It's just doing it in a different way. So that's what I would like to pick up on and do if I can.
And you? And just-
I collect Social Security disability because I have autism. So I figured
I'll collect disability.
I'll
and,
collect my disability, but also, you know, once we
I
got
put
down
Tuesday
here,
to work. Damn it! She's
Hello.
no, but I also figured once I get down here, I'd find some kind of side hustle. You know,
You bake really well.
I'm an excellent chef, but I don't want to work as a chef. So I thought maybe I'd do some baking. I don't see that really as a possibility.
so like if something was to arise,
Yeah.
you could maybe put your foot in, dip your foot in, or if it doesn't,
well,
that's fine
the
too.
motorcycles.
Yeah, no, I plan. You know, the Ticos don't really take very good care of their vehicles, especially motorcycles. They seem to just like buy them, run them down into the ground, and then get rid of them. And so, you know, I can buy them for next to nothing and fix them up for next to nothing because, like, for whatever reason, motorcycles, the ones that they ride are like really just 125s and 150s. They're smaller motorcycles, so everything's really cheap, and the labor is really cheap. I don't even have to do it myself. I can.
Yeah.
I can just.
I
have
think
it
any
fixed and resell
gringo
it
fixing
for,
anything, air conditioners, or being a handyman would do very well
Yeah.
down here.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. Totally.
So what did you guys? Did you get a crate? Not a crate. What do they call it when you ship a shipping container?
Oh.
Did you do a shipping container,
Hell
or
no.
did
No.
you?
We
so
stored
what
all
did
of
you
our
do with
stuff.
bringing stuff down?
Actually,
here?
we find that actually the cheapest way was to bring it on the airplane.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what we did that as well.
Alaskan Airlines has the best deal right now. So,
So you didn't bring a whole lot with you.
No.
No, you
Well-
know, we brought like 5 boxes
And 3 dogs.
and 3 dogs. One went under the plane. One was an actual
The dog.
train service animal, and one was a little white dog that could go underneath the seat in like a soft crate.
How much did all these things cost you?
I think we spent
Roughly.
like almost $500.
No, that was just the packages. The dogs were a little more, like 300. So probably $800 to fly down here, not including our tickets. That's just the packages and the dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you left stuff in the States?
Oh yeah, we
have
left a
storage.
whole
We
bunch
still
of
have a
stuff.
storage unit.
He just
yeah.
went back and got a box. We have friends coming in a couple of months. They're gonna bring our bed. We have a sleep number bed, so they're gonna bring that. That's like
It
4
goes in
boxes by
boxes,
itself. So every time we go back, we'll just bring stuff back. Hopefully we'll.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
we're
when you
not in
got
a
your,
rush.
I'm sorry to go back, you rented furnished.
Yes.
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 Okay, good.
And then every time we acquire stuff, we just give it back to the
Well,
landlord.
one thing I have to
and
say is
they're happy they don't have to worry about it.
the first place we were in, I hated the couch. And it just was so uncomfortable. So we bought a couch. So now every time we moved, we've had to move with the couch, which is fine because we've had a great mover. He's moved us like 4 times already. But we bought a couch and
Did
a
you
love
hear
seat.
that, folks? They moved 4 times in 6 months. They can't make a decision.
No,
just
no, but then
No,
we've had
you know,
challenges. But you know,
there were some challenges. Like the first house,
There
you
were
know,
robberies.
there were 5 break-ins in 10 days on our block.
But not your house.
No,
No,
not
not
our
our
house.
house.
2 were next door, but our house, you know, didn't have bars. Even though we had the dogs, the only reason our house wasn't broken in, we were there all the time. One of us was there all the time. So when our landlord wouldn't put bars on the windows, we just moved to another place, and unfortunately,
That just didn't
we
work
got
out.
a song and a dance from that person, and 4 days later, that song
It
and
wasn't
dance
what it was supposed to be.
completely different. So we immediately moved to El Castillo,
Where we
and we
didn't check
loved
the
it there,
internet.
but we didn't test the internet, and it was like 0.1 megabytes. So it exists, and when you're there
Not
on
going to be
vacation,
teaching too much English.
No.
on-
not
no,
gonna happen there.
You know, when you're on vacation, 0.1 megabytes, it works. But you know, when you're living there,
Yeah.
it doesn't. So, hence why we just moved yesterday. Hopefully for the last time for the next year or two.
But I think
Yeah.
not a lesson, but you adjusted and adapted.
Yeah.
You kind of looked at, okay, this isn't going to work.
Yep.
You're ready to move, and I think people need to know that coming down, it may not work out.
Right.
You might have had a house all planned from the States. So I'm going to
Very
stay
true.
here, and you get here, and it's nothing like whatever
Yeah.
it was
You
supposed to
know
be.
what they say is like you're the sum of your experiences, and I totally agree with that because we've met so many people. Some that we say this is the box of people we don't need to touch base with anymore, and this is the box of people. Oh, this is a good person to know. So in the time that we've been doing all these moving and meeting people, we've got people that we can count on that we really know. Some are gringos, some are not. Most of them are, I think. And then some people that are gringos that we don't trust. So. Yeah, but it's like anywhere.
You know,
It's
like
not the
here,
same.
Arnall, she really liked the town, but unfortunately, like the median age of the gringos there was 74.
Oh yeah.
So we were almost half their age. I'm
But Jason, look
46,
at all
but-
the wisdom there.
And bitter.
No, they were kind of just angry and drinking and waiting to die.
Why are you
kinda
saying I
thing.
like
Oh, that-
Arnell? You know I wanted to be in Fortuna.
Well, yes, you liked Fortuna
Yeah.
better.
Totally.
And for you people that are going to hear that from Aaron All, I did not say that. I didn't say that.
I didn't say that either. That's
true.
what was told to me
It's
by
true.
the old
But it's
people
visual,
there.
no, but it's visually true.
Check the Facebook
Visually
post.
true.
It's true.
It's true. It's visually true. It
They're
is
bitter
true.
and old.
And they go there to drink and die. Most
Yes.
of them.
Angela hasn't said anything in 6 years.
Honestly, it's the only town that we've been in Costa Rica where neither the gringos or the ticos say pura vida.
That is so
It's
true.
the only town we've been in where people are just not happy, like, hey, pura vida, or you're saying goodbye, so pura vida. None of that.
Whether
None.
they're saying it as BS or not, they don't say it at all.
Yeah, it was like not part of the
Interesting.
hotel. Yeah.
It's interesting. So how are you guys doing your banking, getting money?
We still bank at our regular U.S. banks. We just do it online. I also have a PayPal account. We got a PayPal card. It's one of the suggestions you talked about, so we did
So
that.
you ATM money out?
You
when we need to.
The thing that's great about PayPal is if you connect your bank account to it,
Right.
it's like you can just draw directly from PayPal and it automatically takes it from your bank account. So I don't even have to worry about transferring charges or anything like that. It's just
So you've never really worried about, because a lot of people, trust me on this, how do I get a bank account? I need a bank account. And I'm always kind of like,
No,
well,
hell no.
not really. No, you don't.
I don't know that I want to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I have to ever get a bank account. I mean, I just, right now I'm satisfied with what
How
I
you're
have.
doing it?
It's
Yeah.
working. When we need cash, we take it out. I mean, a lot of places take credit cards.
Yeah.
So honestly, unless I'm going to someplace I know doesn't take cash.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people are just big on, I got to have a bank account down there, which I don't.
I mean, as long
I just
as
got
you,
mine after 14 years. I
See?
just got.
Honestly, for me right now, the only thing that I think is our biggest struggle is the chip in the phone. We tried to get one from Colby.
Which we're going to get to in a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good one. That's,
But the one thing I want to say with the bank account is, as long as you have an active way to have money put into your account, because you can't actually put money in your account, obviously. So as long as
But that's why
there's-
PayPal works.
Right, exactly. So as long as you have PayPal, I
yeah,
think
so it
works
works
out
for you.
just
This
fine.
is a
Yeah.
good system for you.
Yeah.
guys. Okay, good.
Here, do you find paying in dollars or colones? More like
Colones.
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 Yeah, I mean,
We're getting
even,
used to it.
even our landlord,
Yeah.
told it, I mean, no, it was listed for 300 mil, which is $515. So.
Yeah, but then we just got our deposit back in cash from the last place.
Yeah,
He gave us
he
cash.
gave us like American cash, and he's a Tico.
300,000.
Yeah, it was 300 mil. Yeah,
300 mil.
Which is like
300,000. $515 is
So what about well, you didn't bring a container, so you didn't bring a car, I don't think. So
No.
what was your did you always know before you came here what you were going to do with the transportation, or did it depend on where you were
We had a
going to live?
plan.
Yeah.
We had a plan. Our plan was we'll buy a motorcycle.
I'll buy a scooter.
And eventually we'll get her a scooter. And, when we need other transportation, we'll either catch it through somebody or use a taxi. They're really not that expensive. It was working for a while, but unfortunately Tuesdays.
I had an accident.
So
on
you
my
got
scooter.
so they know you got a motorcycle.
Yeah, he
I
got
have
a motorcycle.
Right.
And he had it for like a month or two. I was riding on the back for a while. I got the scooter, and then unfortunately I was riding in the rain like maybe a month and a half later, and I fell on it. That was the first fall. As I say, first fall.
But it had nothing to do with the rain.
Yes, it did. You weren't with me. You were not with. I was going a lot, probably
This
like
interview
5.
was going south.
No, I was going like it was raining. There was traffic. We were going like 5 miles an hour. I was too close to the edge. I did fall.
Did you fall 2 other times?
I'm getting to the story.
We're not in a court of law, too.
Anyway, I fell again. I fell 2 more times.
Hold on one second. See, we do these in actual surroundings. We're not. This isn't high production. We're actually in a real place with real noises.
Real dogs.
Okay, go ahead.
So I fell 2 more times on my scooter, and we were kind of like, yeah, let's not do the scooter anymore.
Let's not
so.
tempt that any longer.
No. So anyway, but I wasn't afraid to get back on.
A few bruises
it
and
wasn't
scrapes.
that.
I can handle anything
Yeah.
more than that.
So
But
the last place we were at, the person we were renting from, he connected us with someone that was selling a car. So we bought a car for $1,200, and it's a great beater.
Yeah,
it's
he's
awesome.
1,200.
That's it.
No, we paid $1,000.
Oh yeah, 1,000.
We paid $1,000.
Either
That's-
way.
And it
Yeah.
came from a mechanic and the person.
Honda.
So
Works from
the
Honda.
person that we're friendly with in El Castillo that we got the house from, he's a Tico. But he was actually born in the United States, so he speaks fluent English. But he's a Tico, and he's a motorcycle mechanic. But his friend, who's a car mechanic and a motorcycle mechanic, he has this car. He's selling it to $1,000.
Right.
He's like, I drove it. The air conditioning works. He's like,
It's
it's
a new engine.
It's a new engine.
1985 Honda Accord or something.
Yeah, it's like it's a great little
It is
car.
great.
It gets great gas mileage. It gets us to where we need to. It's not very big, but it's enough to get our groceries.
Okay, so now was getting these things easy? So with
Actually-
like title and all these.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just went to the lawyer.
Well, before we got here, I thought we had to go to the DMV, but here you just go to the lawyer, you fill out paperwork, you sign it, and you're good. 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, you get the paperwork and you're done.
That was it.
It's very easy.
Super easy.
Which is I was going to ask you about, because a lot of people with the banking also. So what have you done about a driver's license?
No,
Well, we still have our own.
I mean, one of the things that I'm going back because I don't actually have a motorcycle.
He lost his driver's
I did
license.
lose my driver's license while I was here, but and so when you get
I'm
pulled
seeing a
over,
common theme with you too with the vehicles. Maybe you guys should start maybe walking.
so I don't actually have a motorcycle driver's license, and they don't know the difference down here when they look at my license. But when I do actually get residency, it's easier to have the United States motorcycle license. So I'm actually going back to the United States and doing that.
Tell them what happened when you
spurts.
got pulled over. One of the
Oh
times.
yeah, I got pulled over by the traffic police. And it wasn't that they pulled me over. They just have those.
The checkpoint.
They had a
Kickstand.
checkpoint, and
Kickstand.
and it's like I've been pulled over before, and they're just like, "Oh, your kickstand's down." Okay, go ahead. So it's just, yeah, and this time they actually pulled me over, and they're like, "Okay, you need to get," in Spanish, they're telling me I need to get off, and they're asking me for my license and my passport, and I didn't have my passport. I showed them a picture of the passport, and they were fine with that. But then he's using my license, and it's not technology there; it's like a clipboard, and he starts writing down the information on the clipboard. And then he starts saying to me what I can only imagine is, "Oh, your license is expired." And I'm just like, "Oh, lo siento, no entiendo," which means, I'm sorry, I don't understand. And I think he tried to say it to me a few more times, and eventually it's just like, he got frustrated, handed me the license back and said, "Okay, go." And this was like 2 days before I was going back to the States
To get your license.
my license. So it's like, I'm going to get it probably in another few weeks.
So nothing really happened.
No.
No, I mean,
See, I try to tell people this, and they don't, because I think that's actually You could do that. You can just act like I don't know any English, and sometimes it works. Not every time. I'm not condoning that behavior.
Well, no,
But we've heard
honestly,
that from many expats.
I spoke enough Spanish to them that we were able to have this conversation. But at some point, and it happens not just with the police, but it happens just in normal conversation. I mean, I speak some Spanish. I'm not fluent. I still use
Definitely
Duolingo.
not fluent.
But I definitely speak a lot more than she does,
That
and
is
enough
true.
to get us by that. I only need the translator maybe half the time.
True.
What state are you getting your license from?
California.
Ooh, any chance to get to Arizona?
To get to Arizona,
I might get
last
there.
forever.
An Arizona license lasts for like 65 years.
Oh, you mean I don't have to actually go back?
You don't have to renew it. You can order it by mail and they'll send it to
Yeah,
you.
but
We know
California-
someone that's moving to Arizona.
We do, but in California, you don't have to do anything other than just pay it, and then
They'll mail
they'll
it.
renew it for you. I think only when you get to a certain age that you have to actually show up
Go
and
back.
they take a new picture and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
But usually they just send you the information in the mail. You can do it actually online
Yeah.
and pay it all online, and they
Nice.
send it to the address on the
Yeah.
on the license.
I always
Yeah.
recommend Arizona because they have such a huge expiration date on
Yeah,
there.
I
No, that
forgot
makes
about. I
sense.
forgot about that. That's
That
true.
makes sense. I didn't
Yeah,
think
we
about
might have
that.
to. We'll figure that
Oh,
out.
well, one thing
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys have had a lot of stories in the 6 months,
Yeah.
man. Pulled over by the police, numerous rats. This is ripping. So what are you finding with internet and cell? How are you doing your cell phone?
Well, I had some challenges with my cell phone. When we
hear 'em.
first got here, my cell phone, it actually cracked because it's a waterproof phone, but it actually cracked where water was seeping in. So I have a T-Mobile plan. So I called them. They said they'll send you a new phone. They said, oh, we can send it to Costa Rica. Ends up that they can't. So I had it sent to my mom. Finally had it sent to his cousin who was
was
traveling
visiting
down
to
here
Jaco.
to Jaco. So this happened in June. So I got the phone the end of July, finally. They sent me the phone. The phone was defective. So I still didn't have another phone until like probably 3 weeks ago. I just got my phone.
Yes.
Finally.
Because we had to send that one back.
That's
and then they
just the
sent
phone.
another one to her mom, and her mom shipped it this
Yeah,
time.
that's just the phone. That's not the service. Now, here for the service, we haven't really had any issues. I mean,
She uses
You just do the
T-Mobile.
pay, right? You just
Actually, right now she uses
I still
her
have my
T-Mobile,
regular
and actually
plan.
T-Mobile has one of the best international plans. It's all free data and texting. So we use the WhatsApp
yeah.
because WhatsApp is free. It's just
WhatsApp, yeah.
data.
right, yeah. You just,
And you can call people. So everybody in the United States we have to communicate with, we tell them to download WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
we can FaceTime or call them, and it's all free.
Yeah.
But if she needs to make a phone call outside the WhatsApp, it's 20 cents a minute. So it's really not the worst thing in the
Yeah, it's
world.
not that bad.
And our bill hasn't changed at all for that. And then I took my United States chip out of my phone, and I stuck. Well, when we
chip.
first got here, we bought a horrible phone.
Yeah.
you got very sad. It's
It
like,
was. It was really bad.
no,
the biggest mistake of our lives.
No, this phone is so slow. I mean, it's
Was
like
it like
torture.
a crap smartphone, or was it?
Yeah, it's
No,
a crap smartphone.
exactly.
It's just, we just wanted to buy a cheap smartphone, and it was the worst mistake. Don't do it. Bring a smartphone with you.
What's all that stuff about locked and unlocked? I don't really.
Yeah, my phone wasn't originally unlocked. I had to pay like 2 more months of my service to get out of the contract. Like that's
But
how
the
close I
phone
was to the
we
end of the
owned the phone,
contract.
'cause we owned
So I
the phone.
owned it at
Yeah.
that point. Just
Then
with
they
the 2 more
unlocked
months,
it.
then they unlocked it.
I don't
You have
get
to
it
have
either.
a GMS phone service instead of a CDM.
Most of
There's
the
two
most of the new
different
most of the
Yeah,
new
I
phones
don't-
have that anyway.
I don't
so,
get it either. Oh.
but my Apple 8, plus had
Talk
that,
amongst
so-
yourselves because
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know either.
I just know I go somewhere, give 5,000 colones, and I get some more time on my.
Well, that's the whole. My problem with that is that it even though it's supposed to last 2 weeks, it dies on us after 2 phone calls
Well, that's-
or
that's data.
using the data,
Well, you're
and we're
just
using Wi-Fi all the time.
Yeah, you're just paying for data. Mine
Yeah.
lasts a long time because I don't really
It's
use
the
it
plan.
too much.
You have to
There
figure out
must
the
be a
plan,
plan
yeah.
because mine can last.
Do you have Colby?
5,000 colones, literally, if I just sometimes have to use it,
Right.
I can last me a month.
Do you
Okay,
have
then-
Colby or who do you use?
I have Movie Star.
I use
Oh,
Movie
well
Star
then-
too.
No, he uses.
I use Colby, but it is data that runs out. So if you're not constantly turning your data button on and off to turn your data,
Okay.
to make sure it's off, it's going to eat up in the background.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Is putting
Well, you
I've
actually-
been just making sure I have airplane mode on.
Or you accidentally leave it on. I've done that a few times. Where you accidentally leave the mobile data on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I don't have the airplane mode, because with the airplane mode, I can still use the Wi-Fi. So it's like I can leave it on airplane mode, and
Then you're not
pretty much
using data.
so I'm not using
Yeah.
using data. I can only get phone calls if I'm in a Wi-Fi spot.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, long story short, I just leave it on. I leave the airplane mode on all the time, unless I'm in the middle of nowhere and I need some data.
Right.
You know, then I use
Samsung
it.
has a data button. I don't know if Apple does.
It has the same. Well, for me, the airplane mode is like it has
Yeah.
a data button too. Like basically, I can flip up the screen. It does the same thing. I just find the airplane mode easier.
He finds the airplane mode easier too. Tuesday.
That's fine. I'll be on the
Sure what he's
airplane.
talking
I'll be on
about.
the airplane tomorrow. So, so I'll be an airplane mode.
So
for
what are you
sure.
finding? Okay, so you've only been here 6 months. What are you finding with the locals? Because you've been in a couple
You
different
know,
places. How are the
my
locals?
challenge is I want to learn the language, and because we've had so many things happening in 6 months, where I haven't been able to focus on my Duolingo or practicing because I'm a people person. So it's hard for me to connect with people that I say, "Oh my God, I want to get to know this person," but you know, the vibe is good, but I don't speak it. So for me, it's a challenge for me personally. But people are really friendly.
So you really just haven't had time to do this to
And I need
practice
to
your
focus
Spanish.
it, yeah, because I feel like I'm lacking in connections with certain people. So I want to learn more, but to get by, I use him because he does so much better. Because I don't feel like you can get the connection. But let me translate. Let's talk. Let's translate. I want to be able to speak it. So that's my
I'm from the
issue.
Bronx. I've lived in New York City. I mean, there are a lot of Spanish-speaking people there. So, I mean, it's one of the languages they offer to
But
you
you
in
pick up
junior high school,
languages
high school.
fairly quickly too.
I don't know. I guess if you
You
say
do.
so.
I think you do.
That's so cute. Oh, what was I going to say? So of these things we've been talking about, residency and moving here and working and what you brought over and banking and all these, was this how you thought it would be?
I thought.
I mean, for the most part, is it happening? Oh, we'll do this. It'll be easy. We'll get a phone. You know, whatever it is. Has any of these things gone away? Oh, wow, that was unexpected.
No, you know, we knew from I mean, we did like 3 years of research for almost 3 years before we actually visited, and then we continued obviously once we decided we really wanted to move there after visiting. So we've done over 3 years of research, obviously watching your videos and watching other videos and just lots and lots and lots of internet research, you
Then
know.
coming down here and then doing research after that.
So
yeah.
honestly, I mean, I kind of knew to expect that, you know,
Unexpected.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty unexpected. Basically, you know, not everything's going to
I mean,
work
I think
exactly as you
For
planned.
me, it
Having
was
autism, that was a big thing,
Yeah.
knowing that, because
Yeah.
then my anticipations are that, you know what, things aren't always going to go as planned, so I'm not going to be as thrown off.
Or stressed.
Yeah, you know, like for me, knowing what to anticipate helps me deal with the unanticipated.
I think the lifestyle change is probably the biggest thing that I was trying to prepare us for because with his autism and the dynamic of our relationship, I'm like, okay, it's not going to be this way in Costa Rica. After we visited here, we had a better understanding. Okay, this is the things we need to be prepared for our lifestyle to be a little different. Understanding,
It wasn't
you know,
that much
well, no, it wasn't, but just understanding that everything is a little slower here and things take a little longer here.
A
But that
little
has-
slower.
But it hasn't been as
Did
bad
you
as
say
we
a
thought.
little slower?
Well, okay, a lot, but it hasn't been as bad as we thought because like the mover was on time. He's been on time every time. There's
Yeah.
been some things that have been late and
I
slow,
mean,
but
like you
I
said,
mean,
the buses work great.
Yeah.
It's not like we can't use the buses, but the difference was like for me to go from, let's say, Arenal to La Fortuna on the bus, it was at least
yeah.
an hour and
Sure.
a half ride. On my motorcycle, it's like 35, 40 minutes.
right.
So it's a little bit different. Plus, honestly, it's like the perfect place to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's true.
I love. Yeah, I
No
miss
traffic.
riding, but
No
I
traffic.
really the rain might. I don't really care to ride in the rain. I know you
I
can
agree with
definitely
you.
do the whole,
I agree with you.
poncho stuff or whatever. I
Mhm.
just don't care for it.
He has the whole rain gear.
Honestly,
Except for the shoes.
I don't like
The
being
shoes.
wet. Like, yeah, I have to get new shoes. I don't like being wet, so having the right rain gear has made the difference to being
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
comfortable or not comfortable on the motorcycle. But honestly, with a good set of tires, I can honestly, it can rain super hard and I can drive just as
And
fast and take the turns just
And
as
what's good
as
here, as opposed to like I drove a motorcycle in Las Vegas. You don't have the oil on the roads.
No,
here.
Correct.
no.
So
Correct.
when you
Not
turn in
slippery.
Vegas,
Yeah.
you almost
You
had to
slip.
go. Wait,
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
still almost go.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
no.
It's the same as
And
it is
there's-
in California. Slippery.
Honestly, unless
Yeah.
I'm in La Fortuna,
You're not really changing your
there's
speed
No.
with the
there's
range.
nobody. There's really nobody on the road.
No.
There's a lot less people on the road, so it's honestly it's the safest place I've ever thought of riding a motorcycle. Even though it's funny, other people talk about so many people die in Costa Rica on motorcycles. Well, that's because of the way the Ticos drive their motorcycles. They drive like they're crazy.
That is true.
Like seriously,
That is very
they
true.
drive like honestly like
And their cars.
We have
Like-
a whole,
yeah.
we have a couple videos
Oh,
about this.
okay.
no, they drive like like the earthquake is behind them and the city is crumbling behind them. And it's like if I don't get out of here,
That's
No
awesome.
rules to the road.
You are substantiating
I love
all
that.
the other stuff on the internet about Tico
That is so
drivers,
true.
man. We are
It's
going to
true.
get so much hate. I
But
don't
it's true.
condone
No.
this story.
We've observed it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
no, honestly, I love Ticos. They're super friendly, but when you get
I
on
love
the
this
road,
backtrack.
they can be a little
Like an
aggressive.
earthquakes in back.
Yes.
That was awesome. That's too awesome.
You
I,
like
I
that?
love that analogy.
All right, I'm not sure if we cleared anything up because everybody has their kind of their own experience. Some things that would be easy for you may not be as easy for somebody else.
Right.
And they'll blame
Well,
you. Well,
you know-
Tuesday said it was easy.
I mean, I know one thing is obvious. You know, we're a mixed couple, so you don't usually see too many black people down here in Costa Rica. But coming here, I knew, and this could be any woman really, black, white, Asian, whatever. I knew I needed to bring a certain amount of hair products because I'm not going to find them here. So makeup wasn't so much because it's not like I wear too much of it here because it's hot, and you know, I mean, I am today because I'm on camera, but for the most part, it's just. Hair products is probably for a black woman. It's probably the thing that is the most necessary to bring down here. I'm not kidding.
Hey, it's a good tip,
and
man. I
and a
know.
lot of African American women are going natural anyway. And I had started doing that like everybody else like 5 years ago. So I was already doing that, which is this is the right environment to do that because there's it's so humid here.
The
There's no
humidity,
way
yeah.
I'm going to wear my hair straight. So just bringing the right hair care products, enough of it here because you're not going to find it here.
So forget about banking, forget about residency. Black people, bring your hair.
That's true. I'm so serious. I'm going home and for 30 days to help my mom, and I will be banking up on all the stuff I need for my hair and whatever else you might need,
And
or
maple syrup.
anybody else you guys
Maple
want me
syrup.
to bring. I'll bring it with me. So because when people go back to the States, you want to bring stuff.
You said you were having problems with your phone, getting your phone down here and everything. Did you even try the mail system
Oh,
on
God.
anything down here?
That was
You
eventually
know,
how we got it.
That's eventually what we did, but we had to have them ship it to my mom's house, and she had to ship it here. Took what, 3 weeks?
But who was
Yeah.
here?
we were.
We were.
No, I know, but what address did you use?
We used
have
the
we
P.O.
have a
box.
P.O. box. We have one in Arnall.
Oh, you opened one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we have to go to Tilleron.
There's a
to
lot
get
of
it,
people
but-
ask about that now. You can
You
also
technically have an address. If you look at the, if you don't own the house and you don't pay the electricity, you just have to ask the landlord. Issei, the electric company, has like how they figure out their address. Oh, it's 50 meters from wherever the fuck they
And we go to
figure
the
it
post
out.
office, P.O.
And
box
so
based on
basically, you can use that address to get things delivered. And we were just like,
We'll get a P.O.
So
box.
it was $35 for the year.
Yes.
Now it's in Arnall, so
We
and then
don't-
honestly, I just ordered stuff from Wish, so I actually have to go to Tilleron to pick it up.
We'll get it one here now.
Well, on my motorcycle, it's no big deal. It's like maybe 45 minutes for me to get to Tilleron from here.
Now, have you ordered a lot?
Just
No, this
just twice.
This is
the
our
second
first
thing.
actual Wish order.
Yeah,
you might
it's-
end up having to go
So,
to San Jose.
yeah, I was going to say, you haven't had nothing confiscated to customs yet.
No, the
No.
phone we got, which was
We got the
surprised. We
phone,
did get
yeah.
the phone. So the stuff we ordered from Wish should be there this week. So
Yeah,
Well, if-
they
if
You
do.
might be
it's there.
picking that up on your way back in
There's-
San Jose.
I'm
She's
flying
flying
into Liberia.
Oh, that's.
But we'll see. It's nothing that we can't live without if we don't pick it up. So
Yeah, I
it's from
mean,
Wish.
If we have to, we'll
It was a
pick
test.
up
It was
from
actually a
there.
test. Let's just order these things as a test to see if we can get them before we order something we really want. So this is just a test. So
Yeah, we haven't tried Amazon yet,
Yeah.
but we know multiple people that
They
did.
get Amazon.
Like one of the landlords that we had that is a gringo. He ordered his phone because he's like, yeah, the phones suck here, but you order it on Amazon, it's a real phone. For whatever reason, the electronics here are subpar. Even though it's Samsung, it's still not the same quality of Samsung you get in the United States.
But he got his through
So he
mail.
bought it through Amazon, and I think he paid $25 with shipping and Costa Rica import tax. So the
Yeah.
phone was $200.
Right.
So it actually wasn't that bad, and I think he got it in a few days.
Well, it was no longer than that.
No, he got it in like 5 to 10 days.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we usually just try to have people bring our stuff down for us. And once you know more people,
Yeah,
and you going back and
Exactly.
I'm
forth.
going back.
and all that.
Mhm.
Anyway, guys, I think we're going to talk to Tuesday and Jason again about kind of how they got down here and some other things that they have seen, and they have some interesting stories. There might be.
Yeah,
some
we got a few more.
So anyway, guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Did I tell you we're a travel agency? Peace, guys.
use
Hope it
them.
helps.